Lisa from 2046. Sir Patrick, I have a couple more questions. In regards to, I'm reviewing the minutes from the approval, and there were additional 26 additional conditions that you guys imposed on range resources under the conditional permit that you allowed. In those conditions that you lined out, those 26, when is it that they need to comply by each of those?
What do you mean, what do they need to comply?
There's 26 additional conditions that they need to comply with. So when is it that they need to start complying with these conditions, such as update and do a preparedness, prevention, and contingent plan in accordance with laws and regulations? Have you guys gotten that?
Well, each one is dependent upon where in the process of the pad that they are.
Okay.
So before they would be able to really start, some of those things would be required, where others of them may come later in the process. There's no set date for any specific one.
And I'd just like to say, please, because this is active litigation, I don't want the township to be taking positions on this because it's being dealt with in the courts. So you're welcome to get a copy of the findings of fact and conclusions of law so that you have it, but there's an active court case.
Okay. And I guess the last question I wanted to ask is, how is it that I would get a stay or an injunction?
You can ask an attorney about that process. It's all laid out in different laws and then
Does
the
that-
NBC.
And that comes here to you guys?
No. That goes to the Court of Common
Okay.
Pleas.
Thank you.
Good evening, Darlene Barni. I feel sorry for all you people that have one way in and the same way out. How about the 800 kids that are in the grade school in Muse that has one way in and one way out? We tried to stop that school. We did not want that school up there on that hill, because there it is, you have a catastrophe, your kids are up there at that school, one way in and the same way out. And Muse is going to lose their post office because of that. I feel for you people. You ought to get on to your contractor and tell them to be also, you people also should get,
Please address the board.
okay. You people should also get your developer
Darlene,
to
Darlene,
go ahead and get
Mrs. Barney,
the,
Mrs. Barney, please address any comments to the board.
I'm addressing them, I'm looking at them. Okay? What I'm saying right now is there's 800 kids up there. Who didn't want that school built up there? Everybody that wanted that school up there, now they're saying they had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. And also, these people that have these homes up here, one way in and the same way out, they need to get on their contractor and give them another way out. And Frankie knows what he went through to try and get 2 different ways into that school. Frankie, myself, and Elizabeth Cobb didn't try to stop that school from going up there on that hill, because now they cannot even expand that school. They're already overcrowded. What are we going to do with the 300 families that are coming on McConnell Road? What are we going to do with all those kids?
Truthfully, that's a school board issue.
I realize it's a school board issue, but you were part of that school board whenever they decide. You were a supervisor, but they were the ones that wanted that school up there, and you were all for it. We know that, Cindy, and you know that as well. As far as I'm concerned, that was the wrong place to put it, and Frankie will agree with me. Right or wrong, Frank?
Right. It's an old mining camp town.
Absolutely. And what do we got up there? 800 kids and it's already overcrowded. Now, what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna adjourn this meeting 9:45. Thank you.